this video, we will study about the plastid, types of plastid, their structure and function. The plastid is a membrane-bound organelle found in the cells of plants, algae, and some other eukaryotic organism. For the first time, plastid was discovered and named by Ernest Haeckel, but A.F.W. Schemper was the first to provide a clear definition. Plastids are the site of manufacture and storage of important chemical compound used by the cell of autotrophic eukaryotes. Plastid can be defined. It is a membrane-bounded, mostly pigment-containing bodies present in the cells called plastids. They often contain pigment used in photosynthesis, for example, chlorophyll, carotenoid, xanthophyll, etc. etc. And the type of pigment in a plastid determine the cell color, red color, yellow color, orange color, brown color, etc. They have a common evolutionary origin and possess a double-stranded DNA molecule that is circular like that of prokaryotic cell. That's why due to the presence of ribosomes as well as their own DNA, they are known as self-replicating organelle, just like mitochondria. These are different types of plastid in which we will study their structure and function in this video. Chromoplast, chloroplast, leucoplast, amyloplast, helioplast, and protenoplast. First of all, chromoplast. Chroma means color, plast means living or formed or molded. Chromoplasts are plastid heterogeneous organelle responsible for pigment synthesis and storage in specific photosynthetic eukaryotes and can be defined. Chromoplasts are those plastid other than green color plastids are known as chromoplasts. Chromoplasts are plastids that are colored due to the pigment that are produced and stored inside them. They are found in fruit, flower, roots, and senescent leaves. The color of these plant organ is associated with the presence of pigment apart from color. The function performed by the chromoplasts, because they are found in fruit, flower, roots, and aging leaves, and are responsible for their distinctive colors. So they help in dispersal of the seeds and fruit as well as it help in pollination. Chromoplasts synthesize and store pigments such as orange, carotene, yellow, xanthophyll, and various other red pigments. The main evolutionary purpose of chromoplast is probably to attract pollinator or eater of color fruits with help disperse seeds. Due to the color, it helps in pollination and it also helps in dispersal of seed and fruit. There are different types of plastids, as we know that in green color fruits the plastids are chloroplast, while in colored fruit the plastids are of chromoplast. Pioplast, as the name indicates, these are yellow or brown plastid found in brown algae, diatom, and dinoflagellate. They basically mask the color of chlorophyll A, which is also present. It also absorbs light and transfers the energy to chlorophyll A molecule. These are various types of algae, for example, brown algae, diatom, dinoflagellates, in which the pioplast is present. Rhodoplast, as the name indicates, red plastid. They are present in red algae. Chloroplast, as the name indicates, chloros means green, plast means formed, living, molded, etc. The chloroplast found only in algal plant cell, in a cell organelle that produce energy through photosynthesis. The word chloroplast comes from the Greek word chloros means green and plast means formed, molded, or living. It is a high concentration of chlorophyll, the molecule that capture light energy, and this gave many plants and algae a green color. Like mitochondria, they have their own DNA and ribosome. That's why they are known as a self-replicating organelle, and once evolved from free-living bacteria. These are the structure of chloroplast. Basically, the structure of chloroplast composed of outer membrane, inner membrane, intermembranal space, granum, and stroma, as well as thylakoid, and they have their own DNA and ribosomes. Chloroplasts, like mitochondria, are oval-shaped and have two membranes. Outer membrane, which form the external surface of the chloroplast, and inner membrane that lie just beneath. Between the outer and inner membrane is a thin intermembranal space about 10 to 20 nanometer wide. The space within the inner membrane is called the stroma, while the inner membrane of mitochondria have many folds called cristae to absorb surface area. We can say to increase the surface area. The inner surface of chloroplast are smooth. Instead, chloroplasts have many small disc-shaped sacs called thylakoid within their stroma. The ultrastructure of the chloroplast basically composed of envelope, outer membrane, inner membrane, and intermembranous space. They are collectively known as envelope. Within the inner membrane, the space is known as the stroma, in which the dark reaction of photosynthesis takes place, as well as other enzymes for dark reactions. Ribosome in DNA is present in the stroma. The thylakoid is consists of platent enclosed vesicle arranged in a membranous network. Thylakoid may be staked, may be like present in the form of bundle, like a neat pile of coin forming grana. There may be 40 to 60 grana in the matrix of a chloroplast, and light reaction of photosynthesis or takes place in the grana of chloroplast. These are the clear picture of the chloroplast: outer membrane, inner membrane, intermembranal space, granum, and the single coin like structure is known as thylakoid, and this thylakoid membrane is known as thylakoid membrane. The light reaction R takes place in the grana, while dark reaction R takes place in the stroma of a chloroplast. In the stroma, enzymes make complex organic molecules that are used to store energy, such as carbohydrate. For this reason, the chloroplast in the stroma, they have their own DNA and ribosome that are similar to those found in photosynthetic bacteria. For this reason, chloroplasts are thought to have evolved in eukaryotic cell from pre-living bacteria, just as mitochondria did. The function of chloroplast. The main function of chloroplast, they give green color to the plant, and it perform the process of photosynthesis. And we know that process of photosynthesis is completed in two steps. Light reaction takes place in the grain of chloroplast, and the reaction captures sunlight through chlorophyll and carotenoid to form adenosine triphosphate and nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide, which carry electron. The second stage consists of the light independent reaction or dark reaction, which is commonly known as the Calvin cycle. In this cycle, the electron carried by nicotinamide adenine dinucleotide phosphate convert inorganic carbon dioxide to an organic molecule in the form of carbohydrate. A process known as carbon dioxide fixation. Carbohydrate, another organic molecule, can be stored and used at later time for energy. These are the process of photosynthesis, light reaction, as well as the dark reaction, which takes place in grana and stroma respectively. Leucoplast are a category of plastid, and as such are organelle found in the plant cell. They are non-pigment in contrast to other plastids such as the chloroplast lacking photosynthetic pigment. Leucoplasts are not green and are located in non-photosynthetic tissues of plants such as root, bulb, and seed. They may be specialized for bulk storage of starch, lipid, and protein and are then known as amyloplast, elaioplast, and proteinoplast. Proteinoplast is sometimes called eleuroplast respectively. Leucoplast as well as in potato, these are colorless plastids. Amyloplast, as the name indicates, these are those leucoplast, these are those colorless plastid which is responsible to store carbohydrate in the form of starch, especially in the seeds. Elaioplast, these are those type of carbohydrate which store the food in the form of oil or lipids. Such leucoplast is known as elaioplast. And last, the proteinoplast, as the name indicates, these are those leucoplasts which is responsible to store the food in the form of protein. Such leucoplast type is known as proteinoplast. If you like the video, please share, subscribe, and watch. Thank you.